much knowledge about it.
Okay.
But I understand how the system, payroll system, and HR systems work. Little bit of knowledge, but I think I'm a good learner, so that's why I wanted to do success factors.
Okay. You don't have to worry because success factors is very easy to learn compared to other applications like SAP or Oracle.
Yeah.
No problem. Will make it easier for you as well.
Hmm.
Okay. Now,
And also
basically,
tell me, sorry, your name again?
yeah, I'm Ravi.
Ravi. Ravi, I don't know how, when I maximize my screen is going very small. Are you on the best friend screen at the moment?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm
then
in.
yeah. Okay, good. I can see something. No problem. You can carry on.
Okay. Okay. Let me take you before getting into the subject. Let me give you a brief about the success factors application and the cloud computing. Have you heard about cloud computing?
Yes,
Any of you?
absolutely.
Yes,
What
yes.
exactly is cloud computing? What is your understanding of cloud computing?
Basically, you sit somewhere in your desktop and you access the system on the cloud. You don't have to save anything on your local computer. It's all working on the cloud. Is that what my understanding? Is that correct?
Yes, exactly. So coming to the definition of a cloud computing, SuccessFactors is a cloud computing application. So when I say cloud computing, what exactly is cloud computing? It is the practice of using network of remote servers hosted on the internet. Okay. So now whatever, as you said, Vijay said, whatever that you store, whatever that you access or store the data from your system, it gets stored in the cloud. That means the servers are hosted remotely and we are accessing those servers remotely. Now, earlier, what we used to do, or earlier the HRS applications like SAP or Oracle, what they used to do, a client has to purchase servers to install the software. So we have to procure, as a client, we have to procure a server, okay, be it 10 GB or 100 GB, depending upon the number of users that we have. And then we have to install the application the server. And in the local machines as well, we have to install this SAP applications or any particular application. And then that particular application connects to the LAN, okay, which is local area network. Or if you're working remotely, we have to connect it to connect to the server using the VPN. Now, in this case, cloud computing, we don't have to worry about servers are maintained or the data is stored or the data is maintained, everything is processed in the cloud. So we only access the application through the URL and then the user ID and password which is shared by the admins. That's how we use the cloud computing application. Now any application you take, there are three layers. Basically the bottom layer is your infrastructure where you need actually the server space where you have to store the data or where you have to install the application. And then on top of your infrastructure we have your platform where you build your platform, okay, and you develop your application on the platform. Now these platforms can be your .NET, it can be your Java, it can be your ABAP, it can be anything. Okay, and then on top of your platform you have your application which is running or which we work as a end users, okay, or admins. Now the front end what we use is the application. Now behind the application your platform manages the application, and that platform is stored or installed in infrastructure. So basically, any application you take, be it a cloud computing application or the on-premise application, all of them have these three layers. Okay. Now, the as per cloud service models, we have three different models again in cloud services or the cloud computing. Okay, based on these three layers, we have of the cloud service models defined. Okay, now the first layer would be your infrastructure as a service, where the cloud computing provides only the infrastructure. That means only the servers are given. Okay, when you subscribe for your cloud computing, you get for your IaaS. This is called IaaS, which is known as infrastructure as a service. That means we are taking only, or we are subscribing only for the infrastructure. Now, once you have subscribed for your infrastructure, you need to have your platform, and then on top of it, you need to have your application built. Okay, now that's called the infrastructure as a service. And then the second service model is your PaaS, which is known as platform as a service. Here you will be getting both the infrastructure and platform. Okay, you will be subscribed to both platform and the infrastructure, but you have to build your application depending upon the requirement of the client. Now, I want to use these features, these functionalities, or these features, so I build my own application in the platform. Okay, and then the third service model is a software as a service, where everything comes in place. Now, you don't have to purchase servers, or you don't have to go for the platforms. All of them are pre-built in the cloud. So only thing is, you just take out the URL. You'll be given a user ID and password. Then you log into the system, and you can start working. Now, this particular software as a service. Now, SuccessFactors comes under software as a service. Okay, where the application is pre-built. Now, you must have got doubt now, how what will I do, or what will a consultant do when everything is ready, and when everything is pre-built in system. Okay, now what SuccessFactors, since SuccessFactors is a global product, now it is being used in all the almost 70 to 90 countries. Now, when this application is built, or is being built for the entire globe, so that means it has got a bundle of functionalities. Now, each and every client may not require all the functionalities, depending upon the area, or depending upon the size of the organization. They may use only some of the functionalities. Let's say if SuccessFactors has got 100 functionalities, okay, which includes time off, which includes personal information, which includes dependent information, which includes position management. As a client, maybe I may use only 10 or 15. So I don't want to see all other functionalities in system when I don't when that is not applicable for me, right? So here comes the role of a consultant. We as a consultant, now once you undertake this training, or after this training, okay, now you will be applying for jobs, or you will be getting into the role of consultant. Now, what we as a consultant do is the implementation, or now take down the requirement of the client, what exactly the company is. Okay, how many departments they have, how many divisions they have. Now, SuccessFactors has given us the functionality or feature to include or create companies, create departments, create divisions, create business unit. So we as a consultants will be doing that. Now, you have a screen where you have to create a company. SuccessFactors gives you that screen to create a company. Now, it's your duty to build the organization structure for them. Okay, now if they want to use position management, or if they want to use organization management, if they want to use national IDs, or dependent information, or education, work experience, everything is pre-built. We have to just configure it for the client. We have to enable the functionalities. Little bit of tweaking, like you can adjust the functionalities, or you can adjust the screens. Okay, let's say SuccessFactors functionality gives a standard personal information portlet, where generally you have your first name, last name, middle name, and then salutation, and then date of birth. Okay, if this is the standard application, now if client has requested for some additional information, like they want to store the gender of the employee, or even gender is covered as a standard. Let's say gender is not maintained by SuccessFactors. Now, client want to use gender there, or they want to have a display name, or a preferred name, or they want to use middle name in the personal information. Now we can configure that. We can configure some additional fields into system. Okay, now whatever the field can be a drop down, a field can be a text field or a date field, whatever field. Now success factors gives us some we can customize the application. Okay, not completely, but we can customize to some extent. Okay, now SAP we didn't had this functionalities. Even SAP we used to customize, but that was not that easy. We used to get into or get in touch with ABAPers or the developers to get the customizations done in system. Now as in success factors we don't have to approach any technical consultants. So a functional consultant handles the complete customizations and implementations in success factors. Now, in any other application you take, if it is a if it is a SAP, now we have a different roles like a functional consultant who actually implements or who speaks to client and get the requirement and configure the system as per client's requirement. Okay, and then we have the ABAP consultants or the technical consultants who actually develop some customizations in the product. Okay, and we have workflow consultants who looks after the approval processes and system. And then we have the GRC consultants who looks after the permissions in SAP. Okay, and then we have the IT team or the basis team who looks after the servers. Now here in success factors we don't have these many roles. We only have one role called functional consultants who actually manages all these roles, all these responsibilities. Now as a consultant we will be getting requirements from the client. We will be customizing the product if required. Okay, we will be configuring the system, including your approval processes, workflows, and your permissions. Everything is done by functional consultant itself. Okay, now we don't have anything technically in system in success factors. Or the only thing that we have is the data models, which we initially discussed as part of the implementation. Okay, we have some 5 data models in system in success factors, which are in XML language. XML is very easy to understand. You don't have to worry about XML. You don't have to if you're not from a technical background, don't think that you have to write code in XML. You don't have to do anything. You just understand what is there in the XML. That's it. Now success factors is slowly moving out from the XML to instance. Now all these things, now earlier we had 7 data models. Now they have cut down to 5 data models, and the 2 data models which we had earlier, now they are in configurable in system itself. Now recently on the 9th of March they have taken out one more data model, which is HRIS propagation. Okay, now we have currently we have only 4 data models in the system. Now, what does these data models do? In what way they are helpful? We'll discuss in detail when you get into the actual subject. Okay. Any doubts so far?
Ravi, when you said it's a cloud computing, and okay, out of these 3 cloud service models, one of the cloud model is that you pay a subscription and you buy space in the cloud or something. There is another model. You explained that you take all the functionalities of the company and then you start working as a functional consultant. Is that mean a contracting? If a company is already using a successful factors model as an employee, how do I approach them within the system where there is a system already working? Did you get me?
No. See, let me give you the examples of all the 3 models that I have explained you. Now, the first thing that I have told you is IaaS, which is infrastructure as a service, where we actually subscribe only for the server. Okay. Now, these examples can be your AWS or the VMware.
Okay.
AWS is nothing but Amazon Web Service. Okay,
Yeah.
where you'll be given only the server.
Okay.
Okay. Second service model that you have is platform as a service, where you'll be given a platform as well. Like the force.com, where the Salesforce is developed.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we have Google Apps Engine or Windows Azure. These are all the platforms that we have.
Okay.
Okay, where you can actually build your application on this platform. Now,
Okay.
when you go to force.com, you can build your own application. Take down the requirement of the client, you build your own application.
Okay.
Okay, and then you
Yeah.
need to have the understanding of force.com. And then the third service model is software as a service. The examples can be your Salesforce or a SuccessFactors or a Workday. Now here you'll get the application,
Okay.
pre-built application. Now you take down the requirement of the client. Okay, you adjust the system as per the requirement of the client. That's it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Now success factors give you one user, which is called super admin. Okay. Now that super admin, when you log in with the super admin, you have to create the users based on the requirement of the client. Let's say you have 1,000 users or the 1,000 end users who are going to use the HRS application. Then you have to create all those 1,000 users in system, 1,000 user IDs in system, and share them the credentials so that users can log into the system. That's called the employee self service.
Okay.
Okay. Now that's your cloud service models. Are you clear now?
Yes,
No,
Ravi.
on cloud computing applications like be it SuccessFactors or Workday, okay, or Salesforce, these are all the examples of your cloud computing application where you only need the URL and credentials to log in. Okay, or you can log in from home, or you can log in from anywhere. Maybe your client is at US or your client is at London, but still you can access the application sitting here in India, in corner of India, or from Australia.
Okay.
Even the mobile is compatible. You can access the application in mobile as well. Mobiles or the mobiles, laptops, desktops, or tabs.
Okay.
Okay. Now,
And
when come,
one more question here. You
yeah.
said they were using 7 models. Out of 7, they have deleted about 2 or something, and they started using 4 models. Uh, when you say models, what are they? Any names for them?
Now
What
we
are those?
have we have corporate data model, country specific corporate data model, succession data model, country specific succession data model, HRS propagation, event reason derivation, and your workflows. These
Hmm.
are the 7 data models that we have in SuccessFactors. Now, the implementations which were done 4 or 5 years back, you can see the all the 7 data models.
Okay.
Now, some of the clients have moved from the data models to instance configuration, because earlier the to modify any of the product, okay,
Okay.
related to these data models, we used to go to the XML, download the XML, do some changes, and then upload back into system, and then work on that. Now we don't have to. Now what the SuccessFactor has done is they have removed these data models and incorporated those configurations in system, so you don't have to download any XML templates and modify. You can straight away configure that in system.
Okay.
Okay. Now the latest implementations you can see 5 data models. Maybe after this April, now if any of the customer is going for employee central implementation, they can go for only the 4 data models instead of 5, because
Okay.
they have recently upgraded the fifth data model into system.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you look at the benefits of the cloud, why should one go with cloud computing? Why can't they go with SAP or on-premise application? Okay, definitely there are advantages or the benefits of using your cloud computing application. Now, the first thing would be you're easily upgraded. Now, the application, you're getting a pre-built application. Now,
Hmm.
success factors has to keep an eye on the product and as per requirements of the client. Now, since it is being used globally, there may be some functionalities or some requirements which are not covered in success factors. Now,
Mhm.
every time or every day they built a new functionality in the product. Now, success factors upgrades their product every quarterly once. That means 4 times in a year they'll be upgrading the system. Okay. Now the first quarter we call them Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. Now the Q1 is released in March. Okay. Similarly, the Q2 will be released in the month of May or June. Now, when I say release, they upgrade the system, okay, to the new version. Okay.
Mm.
Now, these upgrades may include the new functionalities which are incorporated in system, or the existing systems bugs if some clients have identified some bugs. Okay. Or success factors itself has identified some bugs in the functionality features. So they will be fixing those issues and releasing a patch. Now this
Mm.
patch is taken care by success factors itself, and it is free of cost. So that means your application is up to date. It is similar to your Android or iOS application. You get your upgrades, right?
Yep.
Maybe not frequently, but whenever there is a requirement they release the patch. But in success factors, they every quarter we have one release. Okay. Success
Mm.
factors will be announcing these dates, okay, when they'll be releasing the updates, and before release they'll be giving us what are the functionalities, what are the new functionalities, what are the fixes. Okay. Are these the major changes or the minor changes? There are some major changes, there are some minor changes. Okay. Now sometimes the only the UI is changed, the look and feel is changed, not the functionality. Okay. Sometimes the features itself they have upgraded, they might have included some additional functionalities or additional fields in the existing system. Okay. Or if there are any bugs in the system, even they are fixed.
Okay.
Okay. So it is easily so as a client we don't have to do anything for these upgrades. Now you get a notification saying that success factors has upgraded this product last night. Okay,
Mm.
usually done in Saturday mornings or Friday midnight or Saturday early mornings.
Okay.
Okay, and then productivity anywhere you can access, since it is hosted remotely. You can access it from anywhere. Okay, and then your non-IT maintenance costs. So you don't have to have the people or the IT employees or the server for the basis consultants or the server consultants. You don't have to hire these people. Okay.
Mm.
And then disaster maintenance. Anything happens to the server, success factors is responsible for that. Success factors will provide you for the alternative solutions. There's no question of getting the server maintenance or server disasters in these servers. So that assistance is also provided by success factors itself. Now
Mm.
it is always up, and then lower cost of ownership compared to the other applications, because you don't have to procure servers, you don't have to hire a separate team for maintaining the servers, and you don't have to worry about the customization. So there's uh, lower cost of ownership. So these are the some of the benefits that we have in the cloud computing or in success factors. Is it clear so far?
Yeah.
Now, within success factors, we have different modules. Okay, so it is a HRIS application. The success factor basically it is a HRIS application. We don't have any other services like